This is what to do when you're manifesting a desire, but something negative happens instead. What's up, superheroes? Welcome back to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. If you're new here, hi, I'm Scarlet Grace. I'm a manifestation coach and I help people break through their limitations and manifest their heart's desires. Today, we're going to talk about what to do when you have something negative manifest around your desire. This is something you guys keep asking about. So when you're manifesting a specific person and they suddenly block you, or start ghosting you, or tell you that they don't have feelings for you, or when you're manifesting a promotion and then your boss says you don't have what it takes to get that promotion. When you're manifesting a vacation, but instead of more money coming your way so you can go on that vacation, you get a huge bill out of nowhere, or you have some kind of big expense all of a sudden. What do you do in that case? How do you fix this with the law of assumption? This is exactly what we're going to talk about today, but before we get into this, if you want to learn how to manifest any desire fast with the law of attraction and Neville Goddard's teachings, then start now by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon, so that you won't miss any video that could change your life. I also have several self-study courses to help you manifest, including a 21-day course on how to manifest your specific person. And if you need some extra help or my personal advice for your situation, coaching is now open. You can find the links for all of those things in the description below. So, let's talk about negative circumstances. How do you fix them? How do you fix it when you're manifesting a specific person and you feel that everything is on track, you're confident that it is going to happen, and suddenly the person says, "I'm sorry, I don't have feelings for you." Or when they ghost you, or when anything else you're manifesting that you've been imagining or affirming for or scripting suddenly seems to fall through. How do you fix this when that happens? And the answer is very simple. You don't. Yup, you heard that right. You don't fix it. It's a trap. Seriously, don't try to fix this. Trying to fix this is what is ruining your manifestation, why your manifestation is not happening. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you probably already know that circumstances don't matter when it comes to manifesting. So here's what this means when it comes to those incidents, those little things or big things sometimes that come up that tell you your manifestation is not happening. Like the person saying they don't have feelings for you, or the boss saying you do not deserve the promotion and somebody else is going to get it. Those are all circumstances. The problem happens when we forget that circumstances don't matter and we think we have to fix things. So the law of assumption doesn't work like that. All you need to do is decide what the end result that you want is. And then approach reality as if you already are that person that has this thing in their lives. So if it's a relationship with a specific person you want, what's the end result? The end result is we are already in a very happy relationship. This person has already committed to me. If you want a promotion, what's the end result? The end result is I got the promotion already. It's not coming my way. It's not something that will happen. In any scenario, whatever you want has already happened. You already have it. And then you approach reality as if it is already true. You don't think of the thing as something that is in the future that may or may not happen. You think about it and you think of it as if it's already yours, as if you already have it. Anything that happens from where you are right now, where you don't have your desire, until the point where you get your desire, doesn't matter, doesn't need correcting, doesn't need fixing, doesn't need focusing on. It doesn't matter what it is. If something negative happens while you're imagining that you already have your desire, you don't have to explain it, you don't have to look into it, you don't have to focus on it at all. You literally don't have to do anything about it because this is an event that is in the middle of things. If it's before your manifestation has happened, this is the middle. And we do not focus on the middle because when you focus on the middle, what happens is you get out of the state of the wish fulfilled, the state where you feel that you already have your desire, and you're going back to where you don't have your desire, but you have a problem instead. But this whole reality is mental. Whatever you're focusing on, this is what you get more of in this reality. So if you see something as a problem and you decide that you have to fix it somehow, you're just paying attention to it. And the more attention you pay to it, and the more emotional you get about it, the more upset you get about it, the more you feed it, and the more it persists. When something negative shows up, when you're manifesting something else, so something negative shows up around the specific person you're manifesting, or around the promotion you're manifesting, or the money you're manifesting, or the house you're manifesting, or anything you're manifesting, this is just a circumstance. Circumstances don't matter. The only thing that matters is for you to come up with a scene or affirmations, or whatever your favorite way of manifesting is, that show that you already have this thing, and persist until you get that reality. The reason we panic when something negative comes up is because we think that this negative thing means we're not going to get the thing that we're manifesting. So you're manifesting the specific person, and the person says, "I'm sorry, but I don't have feelings for you." And what we do is think that this means that we're failing. This means that it's not working, that it's not going to manifest. And that's why we feel that we need to fix it. But here's the thing. This whole reality responds to what you think and believe and focus on. Nothing in it, no matter how certain it seems, no matter how solid and real it seems, is actually set in stone. Things can change in an instant. Things can be completely different an hour from now, or a day from now, or 10 minutes from now. You don't know that. And you don't have to be able to see how you're going to get from where circumstances are right now, for example, a person saying, "I don't have feelings for you," to where you want to be. This is not your job. Your job is to get into the state of the wish fulfilled with whatever method you desire, with whatever you like to use, and stay there and focus on that. Your job when it comes to manifesting is not problem solving. Your job is not to look at the problems in your current reality and figure out how to solve them. This is not your job. And the reason this is not your job is very simple. Those problems belong to this reality, the current reality you're living in. But you're not manifesting this reality. You're manifesting something that exists in another reality. In order to jump from this reality to the parallel reality where you have your desire, all you have to do is focus on living from the end, on imagining and thinking and feeling as if your desire is already yours. You don't have to solve the problems because the problems don't need solving. The problems belong to this reality. Your manifestation doesn't belong to this reality. Those are two different realities. So you can picture it like that. Imagine that you live in a house and there is this very, very creaky floorboard and it bothers the heck out of you. But you're moving tomorrow. So this floorboard, is this something that you need to fix? Of course not. You won't be living there any longer. That's a problem for the next owner. You're moving away. That doesn't mean that the floorboard will magically fix itself, but it's not your problem anymore because it won't be in your life anymore. It won't be in your reality anymore. It belongs to a different reality. It belongs to the part of your life where you used to live in that house. It's the same with whatever problem you're facing right now. Whatever negative circumstances come up, it doesn't belong to your desired reality, and that's why you don't have to fix it. You will not stay in this reality if you keep imagining that you already have your desire. You will jump to that other reality where the desire is actually yours. The person is actually yours and loves you. The promotion is yours. The money that you want is in your bank account. And that's a whole different reality. What happens to this reality doesn't matter. You won't be here. So there's nothing for you to fix. But if you try to fix it, if you take all the things that you see as problems and you decide that you have to fix them somehow, what happens is you keep yourself in this reality where the problems are, instead of jumping to that other reality where your manifestation is. And that's why it's a mistake to try to fix those things. That's why I said it's a trap. It's literally a trap. It keeps you trapped in this reality instead of allowing you to jump to the reality that you want to live in, the reality where you actually have what you want. All you have to do is persist in imagining, persist in affirming, persist in scripting, and everything will turn out fine. Anything that happens in between is not your concern and you don't have to focus on it. Do not let external reality dictate what you think, what you imagine, and what you focus on. External reality does not shape what happens. It's your imagination that shapes external reality, but when you let external reality, those negative circumstances, affect what you're focusing on, this is what ruins your manifestation. It doesn't even matter why those manifestations that are negative are happening. Chances are those are just remnants of your old thoughts that weren't so fully aligned with the reality that you want to manifest. And they just have to run their course. So it's not that you're doing something wrong necessarily. Chances are you're doing nothing wrong. It's just that your old thoughts keep manifesting for a while when you switch your thoughts. Because the thoughts that you had in the past, they set things in motion when it comes to physical reality, and those manifestations have to happen. But if you don't give them any power, they will just disappear after a while. And this brings me to one of the most common questions I get from you people, which is, okay, I know that I have to ignore my current reality, but how do I actually do that? When this thing has happened, and it bothers me, and it hurts me, and it gives me anxiety, how do I ignore it? And the answer is very simple. See, our minds are always focusing on something. It's not like you can decide that you're going to ignore something and you never have a thought about it ever again. For most people, it doesn't work that way. But your mind is always focusing on something. At any given moment, there are 3 scenarios that may be taking place when it comes to what you're focusing on. Scenario number 1 is you are in your happy place. Your happy place is all those scenes that imply that your desire has already happened. That's why we create those scenes and why we make sure there are scenes that bring up strong positive emotions in us. Because this is your happy place. It's like daydreaming. They make you feel good. Scenario number 2 is you are in your nightmare place. Your nightmare place is where you're focusing on all the things that are going wrong and how you're useless or you will never get what you want. And that is why it's your nightmare place. And scenario number 3 is you're focusing on something completely irrelevant. So in order to successfully ignore your current reality and manifest your desire fast, you need to be, as much as possible, either in scenario number 1, in your happy place, or, if that is not possible, in scenario number 3, focusing on something completely irrelevant. And what I mean by completely irrelevant is, instead of stressing over why your boss doesn't want to give you that promotion, you're out with friends having a good time and not thinking about work. This is one very successful way to ignore the current circumstances, and it is very, very effective, especially when you have really strong negative emotions about the circumstances. Because if you have really strong negative emotions, sometimes it feels impossible for us to go to our happy place right away. So if you just distract yourself, basically, do something else that is fun, to take your mind off of the thing that you see as a problem, until you've calmed down. And when you think about it, you don't have as strong negative emotions, and then it's much easier to go back to your happy place, back to imagining that the thing is already yours. But the easiest way for most people is to just create a really, really pleasant happy place for you. And again, your happy place is all those scenes and the affirmations and the scripting and whatever else you're doing, where you imagine that world where you already have your desire. This is your happy place. This is like your fantasy land. This is the life that you want to have. It's really important to understand that it's not fictional. You can go there in your imagination and experience having the thing you want again and again and again and again. Because in your imagination, you're the only person in control. Nobody can tell you what to imagine and what not to imagine. You're in control there. So, specific person says, I'm sorry, but I don't have feelings for you. Why focus on that? Does it make you happy to focus on that? It wouldn't make me happy. So if it doesn't make you happy, you just go to your happy place. And if you feel disempowered, if you feel hurt by what he said or what she said, well, just tell yourself, I don't care what you say here. In my imagination, we are together. In my imagination, I can have you say and do whatever I want you to say and do. And then just go and do exactly that. Go into your imagination and experience whatever you want from that person. You can have that person say that they love you or whatever else it is that you want to hear 1,000,000 times, again and again and again, if that makes you happy. You can have that person bring you the perfect gift again and again and again, if that makes you happy. You can have whatever you want happen in your imagination, and you're in control. Doesn't matter what the person says in physical reality. In your imagination, you can have exactly what you want, and you can have it right now, and you can enjoy it again and again and again and again. And if you do that, You will actually switch to the version of reality, the 3D reality, where that person actually does and says exactly those things. For a really good demonstration of how fast it works when you don't focus on fixing what you see as problems and you just focus on the end result that you want, make sure to check out my video about how Neville Goddard manifested marrying his second wife. You will see all the problems that he had to face and how he didn't focus on solving those problems, no matter how big and important they seemed, but instead he focused on the end result and how things miraculously worked out for him. And things can miraculously work out for you too if you follow his example and do the same in your reality. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.